Okay guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. I know it's not Wednesday and it's late, although I had a different week. I've been on second shift most of this week, well, all of this week. So I haven't been getting home until close to 1 o'clock in the morning, and that just threw my sleeping schedule off and just threw off everything. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do. But Memorial Weekend, I took a trip to State Line, which if any of you are familiar with the California, Las Vegas area, State Line is a hop, skip, and a jump to Vegas. So anyway, while I was in Vegas, I went to the Banger Brewery, which I got a shirt there, and I'll show you the shirt right now. Give me a second. Right here, I don't know if you can see that. Right there, Banger Brewery, Las Vegas, and it's a nice kind of Dickies type shirt, and on the back it's got Banger Brewery on there, downtown Las Vegas. So I went there, and anyway, I got a shirt from them, and thought that was pretty cool. And let me see, I promised to give a couple of shout outs to a couple of the people there at the brewery. I had a great time there. They have great beer. It's right at Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Right as you go into the Fremont Street area, it's off to the right. And it's a nice little place, and they got some really good beers there. Okay, so my shout out is to Mariah Poole. She is the person that served the beer and stuff there, and she's a great gal, and she'll treat you right while you're there. Also, R. Jason Smith. He's another one of the people there, probably maybe a brewer. I'm not exactly sure, but they both will treat you right when you're there. So if you go there, ask for them, and they will treat you great. Now, while I was there, I tried a watermelon. I guess it's a watermelon wheat beer that was really good. My wife really liked the watermelon wheat beer, and she thought, well, if we could do watermelon, why not cantaloupe? So we're in the process of doing a cantaloupe wheat beer. So we're getting the cantaloupe, and we're gonna puree it and throw it in the mix, see what we can do with it, and see if it comes out. Now, other than that, the second shirt I got, I want to show you. And this one, you'll recognize it. It is the Brew Tubers. Right there, I got one of your shirts. It's a neat, nice shirt, and I got the shirt, and it finally came in. And when it came in, they sent me along with it a Brew Tuber glass and a beer to go along with it. And I need my glasses because I am blind now. So let's see. It is a brown ale with a kick of Ledge Brewing. It is Ye Old Brown Boot Honey Nut Brown. right here. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. You're gonna focus. Well, anyway, that's it. And this is it right here. And this stuff is good. So, I needed that. So, anyway, so now I've got through the niceties and everything and all the good stuff. Now, I had a little bit of a tragedy this weekend right after I came back from State Line, Las Vegas. I had my Belgian triple, and I was taking it out of the fermenter and I put it in the bottling bucket, and I was letting it sit there for a little bit before I started to siphon it off and all that. And I took the hydrometer reading, and it came out at 9.3% alcohol, maybe a Belgian quad, I don't know. But and you know, I smelled it, and it smelled perfect. It smelled perfect. It looked perfect. It was going to be an awesome beer. I'm sure of this. It was probably going to be one of the best beers I made. It's like, And so anyway, I came back after a few minutes, and I look at the bottling bucket with a little plastic spigot on there, and I noticed it was leaking, and I'm like, oh crap. You know, the bottling spigot, little spigot thing was a little bit loose because I touch it, and you know, beer would come gushing out and stuff. So I'm like, well, let me give it a little bit of twist to tighten it up. So I give it a little twist, and the whole spigot came off in my hand, and beer's like gushing out everywhere. I'm like, holy crap. And I tried to put my hand on it to keep it from flowing out, but then I realized, hell, the other bucket that I had, I'd already filled up with water, and I had nothing, absolutely nothing to put it in. And it was still just coming out through my hands and fingers and all that, and it's just like, well, what the hell am I going to do? So the whole 5-gallon batch went straight down the drain. I was traumatized. I was just bent for the rest of the day. I couldn't tell you how pissed off I was. But anyway, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. But anyway, I lost my whole batch, but I got another brew in the works. Not a Belgian this time. It's that come on, help me out here. It's that melon ale, melon wheat beer, cantaloupe. So anyway, I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. I'm not sure whether I'm going to try to tape it. I did run out, and when this happened, I started a search for a conical fermenter, something that I could ferment and also, you know, drain off the yeast cake and the wort in a better fashion. I found one that looked absolutely awesome. It's called a brew, and that actually it has a heating element to boil your wort in the conical fermenter, and then it's a water jacket. It's got a water jacket around it, and you can cool it off there. So I was thinking about getting that, and I ended up talking to the guy, and they were out of them for the next 12 weeks or so. But also, the heating element requires a 240 volt, 30 or 40 amp plug, and I do not have one in my house anywhere. It's all regular standard little small thing, so I would have to get an electrician out here to rewire a plug for that, and also I had to get another controller box, which it would have made the cost kind of high up there. But it is an awesome system. If you got some money to do it, it's just neat. But I didn't want to spend that kind of money on that. But what I did was I went out and got me a Blinkman 15-gallon boiler, and I am currently still looking for a conical fermenter, something around the 15-gallon mark, conical fermenter, something that isn't quite as expensive, but will do the job a little bit easier than the way I have been doing it. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now and everything. So that's where we're at on that, and do it again. Okay, I got one last shout out to Steve Kramer. He's not a brewer. He is what he does is he collects wooden scraps, and he makes all sorts of different unique signs for dogs and different dog bowls and benches and just everything out of scrap. And this stuff is really neat. It's pretty unique and very fun. And if I can get some pictures from him, I'll show some pictures up on here in case if any of you are interested. Maybe I can get him to send you some, or you can purchase something if you're a dog lover or whatever. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have. Sorry it's late. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, even though it's Saturday night. Okay, cheers.